But I had another character somewhere. Like, I showed this earlier. My original character was this one, which is pretty much the exact same, except she has blue skin and not purple. But, it's level 56, but apparently the Israfel server is, like, not very good. So, I figure now is a good time as any to kind of start fresh, start over. You know what I mean? Try to get a feel for... Okay, good. Just had to check something really quick. So that way, you know what I mean? It's the time to start fresh. They did change, like, I've noticed so far I'm level 12 and I can already see they changed like 8 different spells. And they changed the way some of the spells interact with each other, which is really cool. But I mean, I play kind of like, I pretty much play whatever fancies me at the time. You know, I play a lot of, you know, World of Warcraft, either retail or private. I have something written underneath the, under the stream. You know, I can play WoW, I play Aion, I play, you know, Final Fantasy XIV, I play a Sega Saturn game called Dragon Force, which is, like, super, super underrated. Yep, that bloop, 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 you know. But, I kind of play just pretty much whatever fancies me at the moment. And I actually downloaded, like, a metric shit ton of other, you know, free-to-play MMOs. Not necessarily because I think they're good, but I just want to kind of try them out on stream, see what people think. Just, you know, for shits and, you know, for shiggles, all that kind of stuff.
Aion.
I'm not going to read all these quests because I don't care that much. Bind to this location, thank you.
Make it quick.
Thank you. A lot of this stuff I have pretty much memorized.
I hope fate finds you strong.
Be a better diva. Give me my scrolls, biatch. Now. Bloop. Yeah, exactly. That weird. I can't do it with quite the
Not too much sun, Aion.
like high octave because I'm a girl, but I can't quite hit that level of bloop, or whatever it is. That just sounds like a dying dog, and I'm sorry, all headphone users. I just murdered your eardrums. Who the hell? How do people get these names like Clint and Eric? How the hell did they get these names? Did they just be like, I'm just amazed that a game this old actually has these names available. Like, I'm straight up just, like, inspired.
Potions, get your potions here.
But I like Aion. You know, I mean, I don't love it, but I like it. It's enjoyable. It's enjoyable enough. And if it gets to the point where it's not enjoyable, then I just stop playing it. And that's the thing that really burned me out with WoW, is that even when I didn't enjoy it, I would play it because, you know, it's WoW. I could be doing other things, but that time I'm doing it, I could be playing WoW, so I may as well play WoW and do something with it. And I just, like, you know, by the end of it, I'm just like, fuck it, I don't care anymore. I mean, you're talking about somebody, I'm not an endgame raider, but I had, like, Jesus, like 14,000 achievement points, 15,000. I had, I don't know, Jesus, like 67, like no, it may have been 67. I know it was at least 64 exalted reputations. I had like 230 mounts, you know. I'd gotten that endless healer rank thing. I've gotten gold on, no, I didn't get gold in tanking. I actually got gold damage dealer as a fucking bear, which blows my mind. You know, I felt like I kind of, you know, I'd gotten insane. You know, I got Lore Master for pretty much every expansion except for Warlords of Draenor because I kind of stopped caring. You know, I did a lot of the things that interested me, and I was just kind of like, meh. Kind of got old after a while, which is a shame because it's a fun game. It's just got old. Try something new. Yeah, exactly. Chip. Oops, not the button I wanted to press, but that's cool.
Was there something you needed? Was there something you needed?
Greeting.
I'm seriously, yeah, like Chip. Clint. I'm really waiting for, like, a fantasy
Hell,
MMO.
Ava.
Oh, stop
Greetings.
fucking moving, you dickbag. I'm really waiting for a moment in which we see, like, a big hero, like, you know, savior of something, you know, the destroyer of legions, and he's, like, Chad. Like, our destroyer of legions, you know, his highest holiness, Chad. I'm waiting for it, man. I'm waiting for it. Oh. Give me my speed boost.
Can I sell you something?
Sold items. Thank you for the 54,000 kina. Much appreciated. I'm gonna throw these up here because I know I will never use it.
Business is bad. Here.
Now, I have, that's... Nope, that's underground. That's Flippy Flappy. That's Flappy time. Maybe? Am I in the right area? Oh shit, you're like above, aren't you? Okay. It would! You know, the destroyer of worlds, Chad, you know? I mean, we see people like that who have named, like, fucking Taco Nightmare. Like, why can't you have a hero named Chad? Why? There's nothing wrong with that. There's nothing wrong with the name Chad. There's a lot of discrimination against names like Chad and Chaz. You have a quest, don't you?
Have you business with me? Take care.
You have a quest, fucker. I know you have a quest somewhere. Or is that on the opposite side? That's on the opposite side, damn it. Oh, you're more scribbly things, aren't you?
Can I sell you something?
Yoop. And it's things like that that I just happened where I was running and then I hit the flight animation. You know, it looks really good, but when stuff like that is implemented into a video game, it can make it feel unintentionally clunky, you know what I mean? You can't do anything until the animation finishes and it doesn't feel as fluid. It may feel more, like, weighty, you know what I mean? Like, your actions have meaning. You can't just, like, slide across the ground as you're hitting people, but it doesn't feel as fluid. The gameplay doesn't feel quite as good, you know what I mean? Do what I can, talk to Suthrin, the xenophobic dickface, you know, until I actually prove that I'm actually worth my salt, and then he's just kind of like, oh, okay, well, you seem pretty decent, alright. Penguin! You.
Welcome.
Not too much sun, I hope. Go do it.
Alright. There we go. But yeah, already with the changes they've made to the combat here, this feels so much more fluid than it did before. And I mean, by a period of a couple of weeks, like, I can tell. Indeed, Epic Asian MMO music. I love... I mean, one thing about this game, like, love it or hate it, like, you've got to admit that the soundtrack for this game is just fucking phenomenal. I mean, it is just absolutely just breathtakingly beautiful. Just the breadth of different styles, of different types, you know, the way that they weave in different melodies and harmonies, and the way that it's, you know what I mean, you hear certain reoccurring themes, and the fact that they used a straight up piano. Like, a lot of it sounds like straight up classical music. you know. But I mean, I think my favorite piece in this game, and probably my favorite piece in one of possibly any MMO to date, is the music that you hear when you go to Pandemonium. In this space that's at like the Vanna Hall district, that Prosperity Road place, like the really hoity-toity area that has the harpsichord and violin. Oh, it's like, it's the most beautiful piece. Like, anybody listening to it would not realize that it's video game music, you know? It's such a, just a fantastic, beautiful, beautiful piece. And it's the kind of, and those are the types of songs, like, I mean, games like Aion are the games that I point to when people are like, video game music, I'm like, motherfucker, you need to sit down and listen to this shit. It is good music. It's very good music. It is phenomenally good music. And I don't think it's necessarily, I think it's called, like, Dark's Innocence or something like, oh, I'm sorry. Oh, that's a new, I'm sorry. I beg your pardon. Word of Revival, okay. Okay, thank you, Hot. I'm glad I have you. Crashing Strikes. Available when you equip a melee weapon. Oh my god, I get a 3-chain at level like 13? Really? Oh. That is amazing. Booming Smash. Let's see. Oh, I see what they did. I see what they did, because it used to be Hallowed Strike, and then Booming Strike, and then Booming Smash, and then there was the other, like, and it was this one right here, Booming Assault. So this way I actually have different, routes to take. Decreases movement speed. 8 seconds. So you actually have to make a choice on whether or not you want to increase, unless you want to decrease their physical defense or you want to decrease their speed. And this inflicts 96 damage. And this is, oh, that's guaranteed now. That didn't used to be guaranteed. But that also has like a way higher cooldown. And this is Thunderbolt Strike. This is Incandescent Blow, yeah, Pentacle Strike. That's the same. Annihilation. Huh. Oh, they changed, oh. You can use that on stun targets now. Ooh. Ooh. Parry is Parrying Strike and Splash Swing. That's level 20 now? Wow, they like super overhauled this. Jesus. Yeah, hang on a sec. Let me see if I can find the link for that real quick. It's called Dark's Innocence. Here it is. There you go. And actually, I'll actually mute the music on here and I'll let it play in the background. Here we go. It's beautiful, such beautiful music. made of win. Pretty. Pretty music, pretty, pretty. That's not the button I wanted to press, but okay. It's a beautiful piece. One of my favorite, just one of my favorite songs. Such a beautiful piece. But I guess I'm more a fan of the artsy-fartsy stuff too, so that's also me. Alright, Mr. Kasari, you need to, like, hand me your shit so I can kill you, please. Or that is so I can stop killing you and your brethren. Boingy. Boingy. Boingy, boingy, boingy. Alrighty. I love the fact that I have a chain 3 at level 13. This is much nicer than, you know, this feels so much better than the way it did before. I'm going to be totally honest. Not that I necessarily dislike the way it was before, but this is definitely an improvement. I mean, like a notable improvement. I'm going to actually have to go back. I mean, I'm glad I didn't really, you know, level her to 65 and all that crap. I'm just going to pop some of these random potions, because I don't really need them for anything, as of yet anyway. But this feels so much better. You know, granted I'm only level 13, but I'm liking what I see so far. I see Rifts and Gelk on Fast Track server for level 65 only. What the fuck is with that? I do not know. That might be a screw up. Maybe it's so that way people... Odd. They mentioned something about 65 riffs on Fast Track. That's odd. It doesn't say anything specifically about being level 60 or 55 anymore. How odd. I wonder if that means that they just made Fast Track server like a permanent thing. I mean, don't get me wrong, I actually don't really mind that very much because I'm amusingly enough, despite playing this, excuse me. Anywho, despite, you know, this being a predominantly PvP game, I'm actually really, like, not too into the whole PvP thing because I'm an idiot. I mean, I don't mind it. At all. Oh, shit, that's right. I forgot to change the title. Sorry about that. My bad. Sorry about that, thanks for the heads up. Thanks for the reminder. Sorry! My bad. I kind of forgot that's the thing I should do. change the name when I change games. I'm still a bit of a nublet when it comes to this stuff. I have to forgive me. I mean, you don't have to forgive me, but, you know, do, please. How much is Aion? It is actually completely free. You do not have to pay a dime for it. You can just download it, make an account, play it, you know. From what I'm seeing, at least North American side, I haven't really seen any, like, paywalls or pay traps that can be common in other free-to-play MMOs. Like, I mean, I was able to level to 56 without paying a dime, and I didn't really feel anything. The only thing that made me even remotely interested is I think you have, like, you know, like there's extra bank space. You can only get to like 64 bank slots, and there's like 128 available, or, you know, there's like an extra cube of inventory space, a couple of cubes of inventory space, something like an extra 18, 24 slots, something like that, that you have to buy via the shop. But I mean, the amount of bank space that you get and the amount of bag space that you get is actually pretty decent in and of itself. You know what I mean? It's not, it's not, you know what I mean, you're not limited to like your starter pack only. So I mean, it's a pretty fair game to just play by itself. It seems to be, at least for me, you know, largely convenience. Now, I don't know if it's pay to win endgame, because I never reached it and I don't really care that much. I know that there are apparently some like sub-perks gets like a 5% speed boost or something, which, you know, as you can imagine, would probably make a world of difference in PvP. But, you know, for at least for the content I'm dealing with, I don't see any big difference, you know, any like massive like paywalls or frustrating points to it. What level does PvP start to get fun? Now, granted, I have, the last time I mean, since I've started playing this recently, I was on the fast track server for the most part, so I didn't really engage in much PvP. I do know that way back in the day, when I engaged in PvP, it was actually kind of fun at all levels. And that's one of the reasons I liked it, because its PvP was actually, like, not awful. You know what I mean? Because I played a Chanter, which I recall back in the day were, like, ridiculously OP until, like, 30, and then they became completely worthless until level 42, and then they got a spell and they became completely OP again. So, but I mean, it was fun. There's a lot of, you know, there was a lot of back and forth, a lot of, you know what I mean, a lot of strategy, for the lack of a better term. You know, it wasn't terribly common to just get completely two-shot by people your own level, unless you had like a sorcerer that, you know, slept you or treed you or whatever. But even then, there are ways of getting out of it, you know what I mean? You gotta carry like a shit ton of potions to do it, but that's why they give you so many inventory slots. But I didn't hate the PvP, which is pretty impressive, because normally I'm normally not a huge PvPer. I enjoy it, but, you know, it's not the sole reason I play stuff. Don't aggro, fucker. Novice Leprous Mask. Really? Okie dokie. Alright. Curious to know what it looks like, but not that curious. Now. I also really like the animation for that too. I gotta admit, that thunder crash, whatever the fuck it is, it's pretty satisfying. And now I'm starting to see how, you know, this spell kind of stops scaling after a while, which makes complete sense, because I'm going to be a melee character. That should be for pulling and nothing else, really. Oh, Shaz. Lava Knight. I need to kill me some Lava Knights. I also need to kill you guys for Sparky Sap. So if you could do me a favor and die, I would be ever so appreciative. And more of them, though, if you could do me a favor and like drop your shit when you die, I'd be very appreciative of that fact too. what else do I got left? Ice Lake crystals. Slink me about. Lava Knights. Still need to kill Lava Knights. Die, Lava Knight. Little shrimp thingies. You're very cute, but you need to die. Hope you don't mind. I mean, I don't care if you do, because it's going to happen regardless whether you like it or not. Lava Knight, Lava Knight, Lava, go ahead. Lava Knight, now you be dead. It's best I can come up with some short notice. Can't all be winners. Alright. We got a few left to kill, so that's a plus. Said they can't all be winners. I tried. Now, how the hell did somebody get help? I'm jealous. Like, I'm kind of mad about that. I'm really mad at just the word help. I kind of want to kill this man, but I'm pretty sure he will destroy me. But I'm going to be an asshole, and I'm going to kite him to these guys. Jesus. Nope. I want to kite him to the Sentinels and watch them murder him. I really hope that's what's going to happen. Yep. Oh, Jesus, he hurts. Oh, no. Oh, that was a bad idea. That was a real bad idea. Yep. That's what I get for trying to be cheeky. I'm so glad that these things actually, like... Though, now that I no longer have his, As
for Umbra. Aion.
Now I'm kind of curious to see what's going to happen. Oh, that poor gladiator. That poor gladiator. He's going to get two-shot. Yeah, you may want to get the hell out of Dodge, dude. You may want to fly away. Come fly away with me. Oh, fuck! Oops. Alright, so I might have just gotten, like, 6 people killed. Totally not my intent to just drag these things into town and troll the shit out of them. It was my intent to drag them into town and, like, have the Archons kill him for Shiggles. Not bad. Don't hate, appreciate? Question mark. My bad. So now we know. And knowing is half the battle. G.I. Joe!